as you heard from both myself and Michael earlier, the Cougs are basically just playing for seeding now here in their last 2 games of the season. So now here's the scenario of how the seeding will break down after the Oregon road trip. Now, if the Cougars are able to sweep OSU and Oregon, their best possible seed would be 5, with the worst possible seed being 7. Not too big of a difference, but anyway, if WSU splits, losing to either of the team, the best possible seed would be 7, and the worst possible team would be 9. So let's go for that sweep. But if they get swept, WSU will receive the number 9 seed, which is actually the worst since USC cannot participate in postseason play. So let's take it out to Marissa Huff, who caught up with our lone senior, Nikola Koprivica, earlier to talk about senior night as well as the weekend's road trip.
Here with Nick Koprivica, just talking about the last game against UW. That was your last home game as a Cougar. Was it emotional? How did you feel?
It was really emotional. You know, I thought I won't be really emotional, but when I saw those 13,000 people, cheering and, just figuring out that it's my last game, I was really kind of sad, but I think we came out and fought really well, and, it was a good game.
I'm glad that you still enjoyed yourself, even though you lost but barely, but was it still nice to be able to just barely lose by 6 or 7 points and be able to do a lot better than last time to feel good?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we should have played better first half. We were behind almost, I think, 15 points. And then it's hard to come back, and we came back, and, the game could have gone our way, but in the end we lost, but I think we played much better than we played out there.
Did you take anything away as a team or individually to prepare for the next game against Oregon and Oregon State?
Oh, definitely. We cannot have lapses like we had in the first half. We got to be consistent. We got to come out and play 40 minutes if we want to win, and I think we're getting better at that. I think we're going to do well this week.
So, before your last games in Oregon, I just want to talk to you about your experience in Pullman. What was your best memory over the 4 years, if you have any, of being in Pullman?
Yeah, definitely. All my memories are connected to basketball, I want to say. And best memory I ever had was probably when we played Gonzaga my freshman year here. It was my first big game. We beat Gonzaga after I don't know how many years, and the crowd rushed the court and everything. I was like, wow, this is amazing. So that's the memory I'll never forget.
So do you have a favorite year here, freshman year, or is there any others?
I want to say freshman and sophomore because we went pretty deep in the tournament. But I mean, every year there's some great memories, and I won't forget any of those years.
That's great. Have you made any special bonds with anyone on the team this year? Have you you're the only senior. Have you taken anyone under your wing? Any of the freshmen, like Reggie or?
I mean, I'm trying to help whole team, all guys, because I said I'm grandpa of the team, all guys. So, all of them kind of come and ask me some question. I can try to help them and, just kind of help them adjust because I know problems I had when I got here. So I'm just going to try to make their easier life for them.
What's next for you? What are you doing after school?
I'm going to try to go pro, definitely, do some combines and hopefully go professional. I don't know where yet, but we'll see.
That's great. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Back to Michael and Michelle.
We'll transition to the women's side of the round ball now. The Cougars headed over to Seattle for their matchup with the rival University of Washington. Unfortunately for Cougar Nation, this game turned into another loss to UW and by a larger margin. The Cougars led by 6 early, but after that it was all Huskies. After a 6-minute Cougar scoring drought, WSU went into halftime trailing 37-26. And the Huskies extended their lead to 14 in the opening minutes of the second half and withstood 2 Cougar runs en route to their 70-54 victory. The Cougs did get within 5 points with 5 minutes left before the Huskies managed to pull away. A positive note for the Cougars, April Cook led the Cougs with 14 points, and Kiki Moore became WSU's all-time freshman steals leader with 86 on the season. Next on the schedule for the Cougs is the final homestand of the season. WSU takes on Oregon Friday night at 6 p.m. and Oregon State on senior night 2 p.m. at Friel Court.
Well, it's time to talk baseball. As here on the Palouse, we don't only are we having sunshine, but we've also been getting wins from the Cougars. Over the weekend, the Cougar baseball team moved to 6-0 on the season with the weekend sweep of both Texas Tech and Bethune-Cookman at the Brooks Wallace Memorial Classic. Now on Friday, pitcher Spencer Jackson earned his first collegiate victory, and Gary Kirkendall led the way with 3 hits en route to the 10-4 victory over Bethune-Cookman. Now on Saturday versus Texas Tech, the Cougars rallied from behind for a 6-3 victory. Trailing 3-2 in the top of the 8th inning, the Cougs scored 4 runs to take the 6-3 lead. Pitcher Chad Arnold pitched 6 innings, gave up 3 runs, and had 6 strikeouts. Paris Shuey earned the win in 1 inning of work, and Adam Conley worked a 1-2-3 ninth inning to get his first save of the season. In Saturday's rematch with Bethune-Cookman, sophomore Derek Jones led the way for the Cougars with two home runs, and pitcher James Weiss got the win on 5 innings of work and 3 earned in WSU's 6-3 win over the Wildcats. In their final game versus Texas Tech on Sunday, the Cougars came out victorious again, winning 10-7. The Cougars jumped all over the Raiders, leading 7-1 after just 2 innings. Good job, Cougs. Texas Tech rallied with 1 in the 6th inning, but buried by pitcher Paris Shuey. So we're now going to take it over to our very own Tommy G, who caught up with him earlier today to talk about the Cougars' best start since 1988. Tommy?
We are right here on a rainy day, Bailey Brayton Field, inside the WSU Cougars baseball team's dugout. And we are joined right now by Pac-10 Player of the Week, Derek Jones. How are you, sir?
I'm doing good.
That's good to hear. Congratulations, by the way, on the honor. We'll get to that in just a minute. But right now, let's talk about the team. You guys are off to a 6-0 start on the year. Obviously, it's against lesser competition, or at least 4 of the games are against Seattle and Bethune-Cookman. There are tougher games this team is going to play in the Pac-10. But at the very least, tell us how this team has gotten off to a fast start.
I mean, we've been working hard all fall, spring. We just come out, do our business every day. It doesn't matter who you're playing, you still got to come out and you still got to perform to your best ability. And so far we're doing that. And we got some games coming up. And we're good to go.
You, of course, are a sophomore outfitter, but you got a chance to play a lot last year as a freshman. What did you do during the off-season to get yourself prepared for 2010?
I don't know if you look at the stats. I had too many strikeouts. Just need to be more patient to play, make more contact, just be a better overall better hitter. I've been working all fall, spring, this winter, just working on my swing, critiquing it, just adjustments here and there, and hopefully it'll work out this season.
Well, at the very least, Nani Marbut has a lot of confidence in you to have you play every day. Although 2 big everyday players for this team that were lost at the end of last year because of graduation were innings eater Matt Way and also outfielder Jared Prince. Do you feel as if this team need to get off to a quick start to at least get a little bit of confidence with the loss of those 2 key guys?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we lost not only those 2, we lost a lot more seniors in that. They were our core of our team, and we thought we would be pretty good, but it was kind of unknown because we had a lot of guys that had played but hadn't played a whole lot, so we came out, we got a good start, we got to keep it going through Pac-10 and hopefully in the postseason play.
Do you at the very least feel as if, as of right now, that you're better off right now than you were last year, or is it a little too early to tell?
The record last year, we were 0-3 to start and 1-5 or whatever, so the 6-0 is better, but I was last season, this season, so I'm just ready to go. I'm ready to play Utah this weekend and get after it.
And a big 4-game series coming up with the Utah Utes. Doubleheader beginning on Friday. At least that's when the 4-game series starts, and then games on Saturday and Sunday. And this is going to be, for at least some people, the first real glimpse at this Cougar baseball team for 2010 because, of course, the 2-game series you played against Seattle University, one of them went on the same time as a men's basketball game. So for those that may be watching this, because you never know how many people are going to be watching, who's going to be watching, complete this sentence for me. This Cougar baseball team in 2010 should be followed. You should want to watch these guys because
they're fun to watch. We play hard every day. We got a great club. Maybe some other teams haven't been so hot at Pullman, and we're ready to go. We've been working hard.
All right, very good. Thank you very much for your time today.
Thank you.
All right. That's Derek Jones. Watch these guys play. They're doing pretty well to start the season. Let's go back to the studio.
Thanks, Tommy. Well, it's about that time for Cable 8's award-winning segment. Let's throw it to Kelsey Hodgins for this edition of Face Off.
That's where Derek Jones was going when he walked off. He wants to watch
Exactly.
this.
Just like you should want to watch it.
That was very rude of him, but
Take
he
it
wants
away,
to watch
Kelsey.
this.